Om Shanti. Practice being in the stage of soul consciousness. Become introverted. Follow Father. Father Brahma had love for solitude and so was always introverted. He made firm the lesson of I am a soul. I am a soul, due to which he himself constantly remained merged in the ocean of peace and happiness. With his pure thoughts, vibrations, attitude, words, and connections, he continued to give others the experience of peace and happiness. Follow the Father in the same way. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 11. Practice being in the stage of soul consciousness. Become introverted. Today's topic, follow Father. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Everyone is okay. Enjoying introversion. When Baba talks of solitude, early morning are good hours, or like 2-3 days ago, we were mentioning that how Baba said 4 to 5 in the afternoon. Generally, it's that's the time also when we are not too busy. And then after in the evening, 7 to 7:30, then maybe little bit before sleeping. So in solitude is really not just being alone, but going deep into Baba as ocean. Baba is ocean of love, Baba is ocean of peace. And so when we go deep in the ocean, you must have noticed there is lot of stillness. And we are able to see everything clearly in that still water. Same is more we go into depth, we find there is calmness, there is peace, there is love. Lot of these beautiful experiences emerge. So whenever there is a chance, we had been talking about that you could have 5 minutes, 10 minutes, few times a day. Whenever there is time, just 5 minutes, just go in deep inside. So then it becomes the nature. Like there is pull to do it again and again. So Baba is saying, follow Father. Baba is our guide. I always, anything, I just emerge, Bab Dada, and I say, what did Baba do? How Brahma Baba was able to face, to remain stable, no fear, very, very much faith into that victory is my birthright. So much happened. Baba remained very cheerful and completely fearless. Even not these thoughts which generally we will have. What will happen? What will be the consequences? What will happen, Mm. But Baba never had those thoughts. He was just a detached observer, knowing that victory is our birthright. So Baba's children, especially at this time when it's very critical, just remember Baba is with me and victory is my birthright. But all that strength and determination to remain in that stage will have to be practiced. And that comes through solitude. Father Brahma had love for solitude, so he was always introverted, observing, mm, just in silence. Not quick reaction, response is not necessary. Stay in silence and observe. So he made firm the lesson of I am a soul. I am a soul, due to which he himself constantly remained merged in the ocean of peace and happiness. So it's not only quiet, but it's like you are practicing in a very subtle way. Because sometimes we know that something happens, I am quiet, not responding, no reaction, but not necessarily practicing peace and happiness. I think if we practice, then the vibrations, as Baba saying that, constantly remain merged in the ocean of peace and happiness with his pure thoughts. So remaining quiet is not enough, right? But what we creating will have vibrations. His pure thoughts, vibrations, attitude, and words and connections. I mean, that's the effort we're making in solitude. Thoughts, vibrations, attitude, words, and connections. He continued to give others the experience of peace and happiness. So something seva is being done, right? Same time. So follow the Father in the same way. So solitude is to be in quiet, but also quietly making effort, right? Pure thoughts, pure vibrations, peaceful. Emerging these pure thoughts create a lot of vibrations and lot, as if very good examples that how whatever virtue you have is serving others. You might not be aware. Mm. Whether it is your presence or vibrations, mm, you are serving. So when Baba says serve 24 hours, how can that be? Just be image, right? Be loveful, be peaceful. You are serving. Many are getting that vibrations. Many just feel, oh, I need to be peaceful too. So that's kind of subtle service or mansa seva, what Baba said, gives you lot of marks, right? I mean, it's important to do service in the sense of through words also or through actions. That how many hours you will talk, how many time you will keep doing. But being in a subtle way, no? Yesterday Baba talked about miracles or spiritual wonders. that how souls are receiving in a very subtle way. They will know that, oh, I am feeling so peaceful being around this soul. Right? Any energy which one has is experienced by others. But what people need these days is peace and happiness, right? So we have to do that very subtle service of the mind by bringing that stage, the image, which is serving in a very natural way. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti Didi. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Shrinman.
I was looking at you for the past few weeks, and I am wondering what is motivating you these days? What is motivating you to be such a tireless server?
I think all of you motivate me. But basically, I always feel that we had been on a spiritual journey and our commitment to serve. And now we are almost in the end when world is in very critical, like you don't understand why people are doing things out of greed or arrogance and all that. So it feels like we have to complete our journey, whatever percentage is there. And but every day there is such beautiful understanding from a Vyakti signal. Me, now somebody asked that many times, like Dadi Janki, we used to think why she is in body which is not so healthy. But she had just, I have to reveal Baba. I have to share message with the whole world. So she was so motivated by that the soul stayed in the body, which was very, very fragile, very weak. So I used to wonder at that time. Same was Brother Nirvair. I don't want to go, I have to still serve. Love for Yagya. So I think that is love for, what we have to do, let's complete it. No, you can't leave it in between. So, but I like also today's point of follow Father. That means the way you are serving also is through vibrations, through even what you speak. And so love for solitude can help us to have constant motivation, right? To serve in a very subtle way. And
Mm.
also yesterday, Baba said very nicely, spiritual wonders. So we have to see them too, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
I liked what you were sharing today about practice. Your practice is also serving.
Yeah,
Just being
be in that, no? Like Brahma Baba, he was in soul consciousness in an active way when he is meeting someone,
Mm.
some people. No, that's why they give example that those days many inquiries, many officers will come and they say, oh, we want to meet your Brahma Baba. So we never like, Lokik people to come. But Baba said, tell children to sit. So Baba will go in the room and he said, Baba is coming, take little rest. It was not rest. He was like preparing himself, his vibrations. So it's like actively internal subtle effort is there, actively. That means he practiced. He came out and he said, children, the way he started talking, they're all questions were answered.
Mhm.
Even they change the purpose for what they had come. They had come for inquiry, but they went back so full and transformed. It's very subtle, no? And that's
Absolutely.
really coming from the practice, right? That
Right.
I remember when I used to give course, all of us, 15 minutes we will sit, because you say God's child has to be born, right? So we will go practice very deep silence, and then we go and give course, because it's kind of giving life, spiritual for just spiritual journey, no?
Right.
So we add these practices even today, there will be more result, because now we do more and result is not equal. It should be more actually, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's only possible if we practice be embodiment and, I think
Mm-hmm.
all of you do that, right? Sit in Baba's room or something before go to give course.
Yeah. Yeah. Few minutes.
Oh, few minutes. Because
Even before the course, few minutes, but sitting in Baba's room, few minutes, and then.
mm,
Um, so a couple of weeks ago, actually, it was the Avyakt Murli of June 1st, I think. Baba was talking about Maya, and he was saying that Maya knows her days are coming to an end. Maya knows this and Maya knows that. And so, how is this Maya knowing? What is Baba talking about?
yeah, we know that Maya doesn't have its own identity, right?
Right, right.
Nothing like
Like,
Maya.
who's this Maya that knows this?
I think that, like in whatever weaknesses are me or anyone else, there is a subtle kind of awareness which we all have about those weaknesses. And those weaknesses can impose or pose themselves into many different ways. Right? Like Dadi Gulzar always used to say, Maya has to come through someone. Right? In our lives, like there are different people come in contact, and everyone is different, sanskars are different. But I see more that now this is a form of Maya which I have to conquer, because I am not that and I don't expect that and I am different. And one time Nimal Shanta Dadi was saying that once you know this person is like that, then you shouldn't react, because you know. Yeah, you understand? That means if somebody has certain way to say certain things, we don't like it and it doesn't work well with me, but I can just let go. And within a second, knowing that's that person's habit, that is that person's way of saying things. So you become immune, right? Gradually, you just smile and you just don't say anything. So Maya comes in all these different ways, through someone, always, or circumstances. Or
Mm.
suddenly something happened. So this is where we all have to use our powers, right? And
Right.
when you use power, really there is nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you need a lot of patience. Sometimes you need tolerance. Sometimes you need adjustment. These days also little bit of anxiety, stress, impatience, irritation. These are very common way of characteristics also.
Mm-hmm.
But you immediately say, no, let me use power. And then there is no impact on you of anything. Otherwise, sometimes disappointment, sometimes distress, sometimes all that could emerge in you, which we don't want, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Maya could be in form of desires, greed in the way of, Baba said, more facilities, more of this, more of that. So each vice in different traces.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also form of Maya.
Right, right. So, Didi, not only your Maya, right?
So sometimes, how do you manage? How do you manage when people are coming to you and they're repeatedly complaining about someone? Or how do you keep yourself away from that Maya, where they are trying to tell you about someone and something, and you don't want to get influenced by whatever they are going through? How do you keep your detached, neutral observer situation?
No, because we understand that somewhere it's not the right desire or right way, right? So when you think that, you don't show disinterest because that doesn't work too, right? You have to listen so that other person knows you are listening. But you don't want to, kind of be influenced or react in that way. I remember that one thing I learned, if somebody says so and so is like me, like this, that. But it's between those two souls, right? Because that person is very good with me, right? So why should I take on and say so and so like that? Because I didn't experience that, right? So you have to be internally strong. And I think after some time, change could happen. And that person will know that you're not taking it.
Right.
She's always like that. She's always there, but not with me, right?
Right, right.
So if why should I react to that, right? Why should I spoil my relationship with anyone because I heard from someone else?
Mm-hmm.
So karmic account between every two souls is different. No?
Right.
My karmic account might be different. Someone very angry person might be very loving to me. So what should I believe? What others say or what I experience? And
Mm-hmm.
I believe both because I see that anger with others, but not with me. So
Right.
I shouldn't change my impression or I shouldn't start acting based on what she is with others.
Mm-hmm.
But what is she with me? But a lot of people get influenced. Then I ask, did anything like this happen with you? No, I saw with this one. So sometimes taking those impressions and kind of internally getting very mixed in our own thinking and behavior. So we have to be little bit more attentive that no, I don't want to create karmic accounts because someone else is saying, right? So whether saying or seeing also with your own eyes we see, but I
Mm-hmm.
should remain neutral, positive, supportive, have good wishes. So my relationship should be based on, looking at the specialty or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So, Didi, you have so many responsibilities, so much is
I-
going on. And Baba, even though you say you don't have any responsibilities, you do. And Baba, in this past Sunday's Murli, was saying that we have to go underground, you have to go underground. How do you manage? How do you keep this balance of going underground and doing the service you're doing?
I think one feels what is needed, right? In the sense of maybe, as Baba said, more solitude, more churning. Like you start seeing the need in you at that time, and you kind of practice it, and you know, yeah. So I do many things during day.
Okay. Um, Baba this Sunday was talking about leakages. He was saying that, there's the love is not there because of leakage. When you're looking at us, like some of us, what do you feel or your honest assessment of what our leakages are? Like, what would you say my leakages are?
I don't think I need to say anyone's leakages.
I'm asking you this, so you
Yeah,
can say.
one has to find that where my, suddenly reaction happen, or suddenly I do something or say something which is not right. So what is there deep in the sanskar, that one has to realize, right? That why it happens to me, and remove that cause. And when you remove the cause, you will be okay, right? But one needs to see one's own leakages, that why I get.
Sometimes I feel we have blind spots we can't see, but I won't push it. We'll leave it
No,
at this.
yeah, yeah, we have to be, you know, sometimes we do help if that soul is honest and humble. And but I know that sometimes it doesn't appeal. I remember that there was a soul, very, very good soul, but some or other couldn't manage BK life and she was leaving. So I just said, maybe you needed some more power, which she didn't like, right? So she keeps saying, how come I don't have power? I have enough power. I have. So she was kind of felt that no, this is not right. So I always feel that there has to be realization more. And maybe little things here, there we can mention, but it's always good how to close our own leakages. Right?
Okay, you can talk in general leakages. You looked at all of us, a lot of instruments recently. What were the general leakages you think?
I don't think I keep all that in my mind.
Good, good.
Honestly, when you are asking, I don't have any kind of, because I don't want to use my intellect into that and then keep correcting and keep telling
Right,
you.
right.
Because every soul has realization. Sooner or later, they realize, right? And if they're not ready, then even if you say it, it won't help that soul, right?
Hmm. Right,
So self realization is good.
right. Um, Earlier today, you were sharing about your experience of being introverted. Would you like to share again with all of us that today you were having this very deep experience of being introverted?
Yeah, because looking inside, right? And more, of course, it is soul consciousness, but it is more like inner face, that is my own self. And more I look at my own self, then, there is, like, as I said, the main benefit I am seeing is that you listen to your true self. That could be realizations too. You're like, why I am not able to do this, why, whatever. So you're listening to yourself, but also you are able to listen to Baba. That's one thing I am really kind of making it more in my life, not recovering because that's how I used to be. But now, because there is a larger landscaping in the sense of more scenes of drama, more actors in our lives. But still, I really felt yesterday that listen to yourself, listen to the signals of time, what is happening all over, but listen also to Baba. I think that if we keep these practices, then you remain very, very quiet, happy, or as I said, Brahma Baba until end. I'm a victorious soul. You can see very clearly. Not feel threatened or challenged, or, lot of these situations will come more and more. I immediately, like Brahma Baba comes in front of me, that so much happened, how he was very stable, no doubt, complete faith, and completely like Baba and drama, they are accurate. Everything will happen in a right way. So all that really helped him to be very stable, even when there was no food or there was a lot of insecurity, a lot of fear outside in the world. But he remained very, very calm, stable. One of the reasons also was because there were so many who were looking at him. When anything was happening, I remember once something happened. After every little while, we will go and see how is Baba, and he's sitting in silence. It inspired us. That's why we created Tower of Peace, because we saw him that lot is happening, but he's very peaceful. So that's what I do. I immediately say, but that's what Baba did, no? We have
Mm-hmm.
to follow Baba. So you don't see what others are doing at that time, but look at Baba. Like I like when Baba said Thursday, hand of blessings and canopy of protection. And I feel we need that more and more, right?
Right.
So
Right.
maintaining stage makes you a good guide also, and others can easily follow you or help them a lot.
Mm-hmm. One final question, Didi. When you're doing your mundane, I'm sure you're not thinking about them as mundane, but I would think of them as mundane tasks, like, doing meetings, all of those things. How are you maintaining this balance of being lost in love? How is this, the Baba was talking about being lost in love. How is this happening?
I think that's very easy. To be lost in love is easy, but to come out of love is more in the sense of when you have to interact, when you have to think about what is going on. See, if I am in love with Baba, in love of Baba, then the way I will be in the meeting will create the presence of Baba. No?
Mm-hmm.
So we see everything as service now, right? Your stage is serving Lord, wherever. Whether you are in the meeting, everyone is looking at you.
Mm-hmm.
No, to everyone, but especially. So if you are knowing that, how do I help them? Clarity, or it becomes natural, I think, when you feel that service has to happen through your stage. Because everyone wants to see what to do, how to be stable. And if you are stable, you are serving. No? So serving through your stage, not just through the words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then right thoughts also come.
Right. So that awareness should be there. I have to serve through my stage.
Means not I have to, but it's service happens through the stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even when you're saying something, in what way you're saying has impact, no?
Right. Right. Mhm.
Mm. So how are you doing?
I'm doing very good, Didi. Wonderful.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Anyway, we will read your points. Practice of angelic stage, right? Mm.
Yes. So,
Oh,
Om
Om Shanti.
Shanti.